we're going to shift a little bit from cancer and asthma and pollution to homeowners and business owners. So code enforcement should be an important partner with environmental and health agencies in halting code violations that impact public health. Currently, the City of Newark's code enforcement office is greatly under-resourced. As mayor, what would you do to ensure that code enforcement effectively is enforced throughout the city?
Well, code enforcement to me generates their own revenue, and I don't know why it was cut the way it was cut. We almost had we cut it twice in half. So it's very few workers in code enforcement. As a result, we see a lot of illegal dumping. We see a lot of garbage on the street. We see a lot of kind of health issues that code enforcement deal with directly. But at the base of that is always the raising of revenue in the city. That's why the first thing we came out with was an economic development and jobs plan, because economic growth, putting more people in homes, creating more businesses in the city, growing the tax base, puts more money in the coffers, gives us the money that we need to begin to hire more code enforcers. I can say we're going to hire code enforcers because that's the political answer, but the real answer is we need to raise revenue. We raise the revenue in the city, then we can hire who we want. And code enforcement is one of the main people that we need to hire besides police officers and dealing with arts and recreation in the city. Code enforcement is top on the list in terms of the folks that need to be hired right away.
You know, we have to manage our budget better so that we can bring back code enforcement. And we have to be clear, unfortunately, we have to be very clear about the fact that, unfortunately, in many ways, our city council has mismanaged our budget. Our clerk and council budget is 6 times the size of any other municipality in the city of, in the state of New Jersey. We pay our council members $85,000. We can't afford that anymore. The legislature for the state of New Jersey, they only get paid $49,000. Jersey City, they get paid $33,000. They have 1 staff member. We can't afford for our council people to have 5 staff members at a time of budgetary crisis right now. We can't afford, when taxes are being raised 40%, we can't afford for some of our council people to have multiple public jobs at the same time. We can't afford a culture of nepotism and cronyism. We can't afford a culture of nepotism and cronyism where folks have their family members on the payroll. These are things we cannot afford, and when we address these issues, we can then make the investments in code enforcement. When your taxes go up 40%, it's connected to how we deal with the budget. So I want to make these adjustments. We can save $9 million if we simply reduce our clerk and our council budget to the level of Jersey City. We can save $9 million. That can hire a lot of code enforcement. That can hire more cops so we have safer streets and neighborhoods. That can hire more people in the economic development department so we can cut more deals to grow revenue in the city of Newark. In addition to the clerk and council side, we also have exorbitant health expenses. So in addition to the fact on the clerk and council side, we also have exorbitant healthcare expenses. Our healthcare expenses have gone up 30% in the last few years, even though the number of employees have gone down 30%. So we have to introduce more competition into how we let our insurance contracts and how we broker our insurance contracts, because it's just unsustainable to have this level of growth in our healthcare budget, and that cuts off money that we could use for more code enforcement, more cops on the street, more programs for our children as well. And then of course on the revenue side, we have to have a mayor that can attract investment, that can partner with the private equity and investment banks so we can finance the deals that will grow our city.